I bought this NFC tag, and here is the details of this NFC tag. And this is the NFC tag I got around like with the bucks 20 with 250 rupees. I got 10 of the NFC tag, and this is how it looked like. So if I show my back camera, see that this is how it is looking like. So now, how do you use it to turn on the light and the fans in your room with this NFC tag? And considering having the fact that you have smart switches and smart fan and smart lights, how do you configure this NFC tag to turn on the light and the fan? So let me go ahead and first of all download a app name as go to the Alexa app basically, and go to more and go to skills and games. Here what I have to do is there is something called URL routine trigger. Okay, the URL is URL routine trigger. So what is this skill is like, this will allow you to invoke uh, the routine of the Alexa to via an URL. Okay, so and what we will do, we'll take this URL and push it inside that NFC tag. Now the moment you set up this one, all you need to do is you need to set up the credentials and all those things. So next up what happens, see, you see that there is an URL which is mentioned here. So let's go to that URL, and so consider, like, if I go to this URL URL virtual home xyz dot virtual smart home dot xyz. If I go ahead and if I click on this read more on this URL, this one, I see lot of devices here. So this, see, all you need to do is just give a name to see, in order to configure a new tag, all you need to give a name to this one. So what I will give here is like bedroom table fan, bedroom table light on. Okay, so the moment I do this one, the moment I click on create, automatically Alexa will detect that there is something smart home smart home device which has been added. Okay, so this is how it look like. Now what I will do, in my routines, I'll just go to the routine and I'll just click on plus here, and what will happen, there is something called new routine here. And for new having a routine, you need to have when this routine will trigger and what is the action you can do. So consider, like, if I want to run this routine only when this NFC tag is when we swipe on this NFC tag. So if I go ahead and if I try to find out that NFC tag, see that I found it. Bedroom table light is pressed. Okay, so this is the action, this is the trigger. And what is the action? I'll just take my light which is inside this bedroom, name as Siska. I've kept the name as Siska, so I'll just take this one, set it to like yellow color, something like that. So now my expectation is the moment I uh, uh, just make give a call to that URL, the bedroom light color should go yellow. So if I take that new trigger and if I take this URL, see this, and now if you go back to my camera, see that bedroom light has been converted to yellow. Now how do you take this thing and put into the NFC tag? Now what I will do, I'll just go ahead and copy this link address, go to a website name as uh, um, bit.ly. Why I am doing this? Because, like, if I go back to my device which I purchased, it has a capacity of only 144 KB, 144 bytes, which is very very small, and the URL is very very big. It's like too big. So I'll just go ahead and make that URL shorten a little bit. So using bit.ly, I will just go ahead and shorten this URL. So I just pasted this URL and then click on this create. So the moment I do this, you see that there is a shortened URL created. I just copied this shortened URL. Now what I will do, if I take this URL and just open in a web browser, automatically the bedroom light will be white again, yellow again. Now all I need to do is take this URL and feed into the NFC tag. So let me go to this one, NFC tool software. You can get this one on Play Store, and you need to click on this add record, take this URL link and paste your URL here and press OK. So you have this information here. You need to do what next is like just click on write and it will start searching for this one. And if I'm just moving my phone and it shows write complete, so it has taken this information, push into this NFC tag. We are done now. Okay, so it's like now if I go back to this room and I see that the light is yellow still, so I'll just turn off this light for now. Alexa, turn off Siska. So this is turned off now, and I will just go to this NFC tag and do a swipe here. Let me go back to home and so I'll just hit the swipe, and if I go back again, see that they turn out yellow. So now what I will do, I'll just for demo, I'll just change the routine trigger to red or something like that. So if I change it to something like red, if I go ahead and save this one, and again all I need to do is save this routine. Now if you see this, the light is yellow, and I'll just swipe this NFC. Okay, sorry, my NFC was a little low, and so it has turned red now. So this is how you can use it. The only problem which I see is this URL is like there is no security on top of it. So it's like if someone has this URL, your things will be compromised. Anybody can invoke turning on the light and all those things. So if that is the case, if you get to know that URL is compromised, just regenerate the URL. There is no problem in that. That's it.